Good morning. It is Tuesday at the farm, and I am possibly watching that calf get out again. That's fun. I'll deal with that in a minute. But I am collecting all of the transplants and starts and seed stuff to get some new plants in the ground. I have my friend Felina helping me today. She's working on flipping 3 beds where our old damaged tunnel was. She's going to flip those over and get those ready so we can sow carrots in them. And I just loaded up the back of my truck with tomato transplants and pepper transplants for one of our newer greenhouses. And then here's the seeds for direct sowing. That's the plan for today. I will film as we go and kind of show you what that process looks like. So, alright, first thing I need to do down here is get all of our water lines turned on. Do that. And then we'll go get our starts. Irrigation is probably one of my least favorite things to work on. And we just put brand new stuff in last night. We tested it, and the pressure is a little much for it. So what I'm doing is I've got, until we can get a regulator for it, I have 2 tunnels running at the same time just to help deal with that. So hopefully that solves my problem. We shall find out. There's already a problem. Everything else looks good though. So let's see if we can't fix this guy while it's running. I don't know if I'll get that lucky. Ta-da! I think I am going to turn the water down though, because that's coming out a little stronger than what I'd like. Alright, transplanting time. I've got my drip tape going, so it's going to be watered in nice and deep as we get these little guys in. And I'm planting lunchbox peppers, so the little like baby bells that are real sweet. They're one of my kids' favorites. We're planting those and shishito peppers. It's a Japanese pepper. It's kind of like a jalapeno without the burn your mouth heat, but you still have that hot pepper flavor. So they're pretty good if you're a weenie like me when it comes to hot things. So those are going to go on the outside 2 beds, and then the middle 3 are going to be cherries. And I'll have to look. I forget which variety I brought for this tunnel. I'll check that and show you when we get to that point. So let's get started. Little guy, my caterpillar. I want him to stick around. Okay, just going to tap. Ta-da! Now I gotta do all these. Okay, so this is, people honking at me. This is a really cool tool that we use when we are flipping a bed. And remember, flipping a bed is the market farmer term for changing a bed from one crop to another, and that's what we're working on today. We've got 3 beds right next to me that my friend Felina has helped me with. She's got it all amended and ready to go. The last step before we seed anything is to flame it, and what this tool does, it's called a flame weeder. It's got just 5 burners attached to a propane tank, and it fits exactly over the width of my beds. Each of our beds are 30 inches wide, and I can just roll this across it, and it burns off and kills any existing weed seed or grass or anything that could potentially get in the way of what I'm sowing. It's very helpful. Like I said, we use either this or my little handheld torch, or I've got like a little, it looks like a vacuum attachment. But we'll use that for beds if I just have something that's small and I can just use a handheld deal. But for big bed flips, this is what this is the tool of choice. So super cool. I'll show you guys how it works here in a minute. Switch gears. Right now we have to try and make the noon class at our gym. Well, made it back from the gym. It's not very pleasant. Our workout today was back and chest and back, which is an odd combination. We usually do different muscle groups together, so A, my body was not expecting it. B, I was tired when I got there already, so I'm kind of dragging. But I went out as I expected. That calf was out again. And it took the other little guy like probably 2 days to figure out that the fence was not a pleasant experience. So I think it's just a matter of time before it zaps him and he realizes that that's not something I want to touch or go near. So I'm going to check my Energizer here and make sure everything's good to go. So this is our solar Energizer. We've got a Premier One set up as well, but it's kind of on the fritz. So this is our backup. And I can use this little voltage tester to make sure that the fence is hitting what it should be. You won't be able to see in the video, but when I hook this, so it's got a little grounding rod that just sticks down into the ground like so, and then I can hang this on the fence and it'll light up according to how many volts are running through the fence right now. Like I said, you won't be able to see that in the video. Maybe you can. Yeah, not quite. But typically this hits 6,000, so I just want to make sure that that's what it's doing. And then I'm going to check one other section of the fence too. So, okay, all good. My other theory is the fence system that we have is a shocker knot, so it pulses. And it could be that this little guy has just gotten lucky. And every time he tries to go under, he just barely touches the fence in between electric pulses. So he hasn't gotten zapped yet despite touching the fence. So we'll just keep an eye on it. Like I said, it took that other little calf a couple days to figure out that, hey, I don't really want to touch that. And now you can see him, he'll nose up to the edge and kind of get close and go, no. And he'll turn off and go the opposite way. So he'll get there. We just have to be diligent about keeping an eye on him, watching him up there. He's nursing. But keep an eye on him and make sure that he's in at night and check a couple times throughout the day too. So not a big deal. We can handle it. But lunchtime, super hungry. Dango, let's go. My lab following me. Run!